What's going on, everybody? Dad Bod Season here. Welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, do I have a video for you? Not one I wanted to make. Really didn't ever see this happening, but it did, and this is how it goes. So, if you guys have been following me for a while, you knew that we opened up a wrap shop before, and this wrap shop was located in Delaware, okay? I'm not going to mention the shop's name, but if you've been following me, you know who it is. Okay, so we had this shop, right? So wife's working there. I still work at my full-time job, and you know, we spent a lot of time. There's video of us building this shop. We're like, cool, we're gonna make this thing awesome. We were with another business, right? So we were gonna, you know, come together, make one big great wrap and detailing shop. Would have been awesome. So start to do this, and you know, things just right middle of COVID, smack dab when COVID hits. So it's like, all right, every business kind of slowed down. So the wife got offered a full-time job back at her Air Force duties. So we were like, cool, like that's what she has to do. So she took that job, whatever. So then, with all that being said, I was like, hey man, like, now you don't have to worry about like paying anybody, whatever. Like, this is your shop. We did all the work for you. There you go. Only thing I ask is that when we're done, like, or when you're done using this shop or whatever, like, let us get, you know, our lights and stuff like that back that we paid. Oh, not a problem. Oh, we can definitely work something out. Blah, blah, blah. I feel bad that you guys, you know, can't be part of this thing still. You know, a bunch of stuff. We can work out something where, like, you guys send us people. I was like, oh, you know what, dude, don't worry about it. Like, take it kind of like as a gift, like, good gesture. Sorry that COVID hit, but there you go. Now you have a fully done shop, right? With lights and everything like that, with the only stipulation being, hey, let us have our stuff back whenever you're done with the lease. Okay. So now we're at the point where the lease is done. I got a text last night saying last day we have the shop is tomorrow. And so I responded back. I was already asleep when I got the text. I responded back this morning, like 5 o'clock, because I leave for work really early. And I was already like almost to work when I sent this. And I was like, okay, so you need everything out there today. And the person liked the message. So I'm like, okay, I guess they mean they need everything out there today. So call up the wife. I'm like, hey, change of plans. I know we got a car coming in our shop this week now, but for a full wrap. But I was like, but can you run down there and just grab our lights? I was like, grab our lights, whatever. It's like, yeah, not a problem. That's fine. Like, no issues, right? So she gets there, and she sees all of this. She calls me and she goes, you will not believe what I just walked into. And I'm like, oh crap, like what? Like are they too busy, or was it locked, or whatever? She's like, no, everything's broken. And I'm like, what are you talking about, everything's broken? And she's like, it looks like someone robbed the place. I'm like, what? Someone robbed the place? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, like, it looks like they got like all their tools and stuff out, but they broke every single light we had in there. They put holes in all the drywall, which I'm not going to take the drywall back that I put up, but they put holes in all the drywall, everything that we had there broken. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, don't touch anything. I was like, take videos right now of when you first get there, get it all on video, because who knows what's going to happen at this point, right? So she gets it all on video. I'm like, cool, that's fine. I was like, our lights that are there, I was like, grab our lights. Do not touch anything else. Don't touch anything. She was like, oh, there's tons of garbage, and yeah. You guys will see it. You've seen it in the video at this point. So she gets our lights out. She's like, all right, I'm out of here, blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, we paid for, like, we installed the lights, we paid for the wiring, we paid, like, all that stuff. Like, we did it. So I was like, it's fine, just cut the wiring. Like, you don't have to worry about taking all the wiring. Just cut it, what we got. And now the reason that this is happening is because this building is getting demolished. right? So I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's like they're not renewing their lease, the building's getting demolished, all that. So, like, cool, well, we'll just take our lights back, we'll put them in our shop now. So then she sent me all those videos. And I'm like, I cannot believe someone really had the audacity, this person, or whatever, to destroy all the lights after someone says, okay, it's fine for you to use them until the lease is over. And then you break them all? That's wild. And now, granted, it's wild to me in two ways. One, you shouldn't do that to someone. That you just don't do that. Okay? I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I borrow something? You let me borrow it, and then before I give it back, I break it and then be like, hey, here you go, thanks for letting me use that. One, you don't do that. Two, you especially do not do that when the person makes YouTube videos and is on social media, especially in the car scene in the area at which you work and the people that you try to get business from. What are you thinking? Are you like, what, do you expect me not to put this up? Are you serious? Like, this is wild to me. I could not believe it until I saw the footage. And now, granted, I wasn't there taking the video because I was at work, because today is a Monday. So I'm like, all right, I'm going into work. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't take off work for it because, you know, we thought everything's fine and dandy. Just go take the lights off. We were told they were going to be sitting on the floor, all stacked up, ready to go. Obviously, in that video, they were not all on the floor, stacked up, ready to go, and, you know. So, that just blows my mind. So, I'm not going to tell you guys who the person is, because I really don't believe in shaming people like that. I want people to learn from this experience. Watch out who you trust, number one. Number two, being nice to people these days apparently isn't right. It's the right thing to do, but apparently it's not what you want to do if, you know, you're trying to be nice. I don't know. Apparently I'm in the wrong somehow, and I guess I'm in the wrong for trusting someone or, you know, giving people the benefit of the doubt, which, okay, shame on me. But that is wild. So, like, when you guys wonder, like, okay, well, why did you get into this car journey? Why did you do all that? We are literally doing it to help people. We started a shop where we do vinyl wraps, where granted, yes, it is the wife's job, so she makes money, but we literally charge half of what other businesses do. Like, we help everyone out. We've had no problem promoting. I got into cars to begin with just so I could share my experience with everyone else. People that might not be as fortunate, or people that, you know, they want to learn something about this before they get into it. Stuff like that. Or people that, you know, they just want to see what it's about. Or they, for some reason, like looking at an Amish looking dude that drives a Supra. You know what I mean? Just, I wanted to share the journey, share the experience for it to be fun. But then this stuff happens, and then people wonder why nobody trusts each other at all, not even in the car community, but at all. Like, this is wild. Absolutely mind-blowing to me that someone would really do that and be like that petty. Like, look, I get it. Like, that sounds like a high school breakup kind of deal. Like, oh, you broke my heart, or you cheated on me, I'm gonna key your car, or I'm gonna, like, that's high school stuff. Like, you're talking people that own businesses now, that have a career path set, and they are trying to advance. Like, what? That's wild. That is wild to me. If you guys, you know, you guys take this with what you want. Take it how you want it. But this is wild, and there is no way on earth that I was not going to post this on YouTube, because this is just, it's like, it's a content creator's dream, right? Like you can only make so much content on YouTube before it starts getting repetitive, or, you know what I mean? But when someone does this, that's that drastic out there to someone, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not happy that it happened. I'm very upset that it happened. But I'm happy that I'm able to share it. Like that, it's blowing my mind about this. So, I don't know. Watch out who you trust. And if you are in that area of Delaware, make sure you check out who you're going to. Because people like that, who are spiteful, or however you want to call it, in my opinion, scumbags, I would not trust them with a derby car, let alone your car that you work hard for. I would not trust them not to go take it out for a joyride or beat the snot out of it, or, you know, wrap it and not cut the paint or mess up the paint. Like, simple stuff like that. Like, that to me is someone that shows that they're not truly passionate about their business and all that stuff, because they're willing to throw it away over lights. Just saying, watch who you trust, and just be careful out there. Be careful, and I hope none of this ever happens to anyone. The sad truth is, it probably does happen to a lot of people, but I'm not going to sit here and be quiet about it. I'm going to share the experience with you guys. If you are trying to start your own business, or you're trying to partner with someone, or whatever you're trying to do, make sure you truly trust that person. And even then, I wouldn't do it. I would be like, you know, take the extra time, start it on your own. Because people like that, they just are a whole different breed. But good luck, everybody.